The moment you retire, you lose your primary source of income, and this creates a need to begin a systematic liquidation of the retirement assets that you've accumulated your whole life. And this creates a whole new set of issues that most people have never had to deal with until now, and to deal with these properly, you really need to have a plan. The combination of a market going down and taking money out of an account can be a disastrous combination that sometimes you can't overcome. The one thing that you can't control is if the market's going to have a bad year early on in retirement, and it's a risk that you really just can't afford to take, and it can be easily eliminated with proper planning. Everything gets more expensive over time. I don't think anybody's going to argue that. What we're talking about here is inflation. Over the last 100 years, inflation's averaged just over 3% a year. Now, 3% does not sound like a lot, but the fact is that $20,000 today is going to be worth $10,000 20 years from now. In other words, you're going to need twice as much money 20 years from now as you do today. And one of the most common mistakes that we see in retirement planning is not properly accounting for inflation, and that can be a big mistake. When you start taking money out of your retirement accounts, such as a 401k or an IRA, it creates taxable income. And when you're age 70 and a half, you're required to take a certain amount out each year, and that percentage goes up every year after that. So one of the things that's important to do is to create certain what-if scenarios to find out which income plan is the most tax efficient. Once we have a full understanding of your financial picture, we can show you where you're at the most risk and where you might be in danger of running out of money in the future. Then we'll define your objectives so we can put together a plan that'll meet those objectives. We'll take a look at your assets and we'll run some scenarios to find out which allocation will give you the income that you need for life in the most tax efficient manner, accounting for inflation along the way. We'll make sure that you have enough liquidity to meet future outlays that you know are coming and other ones that are unexpected because you never know what's going to happen. Then we'll review the plan together to make sure that it does indeed meet the objectives we set out earlier. And once we've agreed on all those things, we'll implement it. And then finally, we'll do periodic reviews with you to make sure that we're still on track to meet those objectives.